Good eatings, ladies and gentlemen. Beta is almost upon us, so let's take a breath. It's very easy at the moment to make Shadowlands is the end of World of Warcraft, because we've never heard that before, videos at the moment. It seems to be the meta for some currently, and it's a shame. Now, before the cries of shill come flying my way, I have been critical of WoW in the past, and I always will be in the future if it calls for it. I've also walked away from WoW if I've disagreed with a decision. Yeah, okay, I'm a junkie, I always come back, but I at least try and have some principles. But the beta is obviously about to open, as we all know. Side note, I am hoping that it won't take long for them to give it to the majority of players. This is an expansion that is going to need it, without a shadow of a doubt. But it is time to wipe all that we have heard, good and bad. Wipe it from your minds. All those videos, all those Wowhead articles that you've read, just put it out your mind. We need to go into this beta with a clear mind and experience these things for ourselves. How are the bindings feeling? How easy are they going to be to swap when I'm out in the world, or if I'm in the middle of an M+? What are the restrictions? Do they work with my spec? Is there enough variety? Enough options? Are they interesting? What's the drop rate going to be for conduits? Am I going to get one from the end of M+ every time? Once hopefully it comes out in the beta. And will that will that be in live like that? Would every raid boss drop one? Am I going to get them for missions, world quests, etc.? How do the Covenant abilities actually feel when we get to play them? Are they a natural part of the rotation, or do they feel forced in? Or at times, am I not even pressing the ability because I've completely forgotten it even exists? Forget numbers. Forget this 40% that's going around the community at the moment. The buzz. 40%, oh my god. With regards to balancing. Playstyle right now should be everything. Numbers will come later. Blizzard will nerf, they'll buff constantly throughout this expansion. To the point where I truly believe numbers and all this talk of covenants, that is going to become meaningless because there is going to be no meta, because literally as soon as one rises up, on purpose, they'll nerf it to the ground again. Now, not long ago, we had this with the Shaman. The Shaman was going to get a total rebuild by Blizzard. They were going to create something new and wondrous. Trust us, Blizzard said. But it never happened. It never came. Instead, they buffed the numbers a bit so people keep playing Shaman, and that was it. It was hitting harder, and Blizzard just walked away and said, peace out, have fun, we'll come back to it at some point. Ugh. That is not good class design. That is not a good mindset to have. And that is why I'm not just going to say, wipe your mind, and it's us that needs to be re-educated, it's us that needs to come into this fresh. No. Blizzard need to be held accountable as well. If we're going to do this, then it has to be done right. If we are going to make this a true beta and not a marketing stunt, if we, the community, are going to wipe the bad that we have heard coming to this beta so that we are fresh, we are open to what we are going to try, then Blizzard need to be up front and they need to answer our questions. They need to not be the Blizzard of old, too proud to change something for the better, or acknowledge that something was even wrong to start with. They make some naughty change that is completely fudged, achieving a band-aid fix at best. Corruption? Want to purchase them? Fine. But we're going to rotate it so you can't always get the run you want. You think you want essences, do you? You think you want them account-wide? Yeah, but you don't. Okay, so you do, damn you. But you're going to have to collect the currency to buy them on alts? Yeah. Having fun playing your alts now, aren't you? You're loving it. All my personal favourites, and granted I have a little bit of a demo lock biased. Please sir, can demo have an interrupt, sir? No! Okay, you can. But it's going to be a stun or an interrupt. It doesn't take into account DR. Really only becomes an interrupt when it's a boss, and only a boss, that's immune from stun. Yeah, it's kind of what you wanted, but not really. Every warlock at any level of this game could have come up with 10 good ways to give demo an interrupt, keeping it within the class fantasy and not making it ridiculously overpowered. But instead, Blizzard of course bowed to the pressure in that Blizzard spoilt child way. Okay, fine, I will tidy my room, but I'm ready to do a half-assed job, and I'm going to put most of the toys there underneath the duvet so it's all lumpy, and then at the end I'm going to stick my tongue out at you. Ha ha ha! But we shall talk about demo lock in Shadowlands at another time. Back to the beta. 100% that attitude is not acceptable when we are trying to work together, the community and Blizzard. Feedback is not a personal attack on you, Blizzard. Just because people don't agree with you, and that goes to the community as well, just because people don't agree with the way you see something is not a personal attack. We need that dialogue, we need this communication. And yes, for the beta, we will do our part, Blizz. We will be, you know, we will clear our minds, as I said before, and we will come into this open to experience the vision that Blizzard has for Shadowlands. But if we do give feedback on the systems, which is the big one, on the quests, on the dungeons, on M+, whatever it may be, and it's good feedback, it's valid, it's constructive, but it's against what Blizzard have as this perceived vision, don't ignore it. If you don't want to change it, then come on Twitch or YouTube or wherever it may be and talk to us directly. Tell us what the honest reason is for not wanting to change it. If you say, well, there is a good reason, trust us, there's a good reason. We had this conversation in the office when we've tried it way early on, way before Alpha. We were trying it out in the office, and we felt the same as the players. We would gather around the table and we talk about it, going, what do we need to do to change this? And then down the road, we added some more systems in. We added some, you know, this happened, or all of a sudden we got some more gear from the first raid that we were testing out, and, you know, the extra haste or whatever it may be. All of a sudden it just clicked and it feels right. So you gotta bear with us. It might not be an answer that we're happy with as the community, but it is an answer nonetheless, and it's the direct one. Don't, please, for the love of God, keep going through third-party people doing interviews so they can hack and slash it into a video, and one of the most taxing questions they have to answer during that video is, so Blizzard, tell us, what is your perfect Sunday? I don't care. Don't care. I'm prepared. Actually, I do care. What is your perfect Sunday, Ian? Tell us. I need to know. I'm prepared to give Blizz the benefit of the doubt. Do I think that they will be able to balance everything perfectly? I hope so. It's kind of their end of the deal with regards to covenants, but I've never seen it. I've never seen any evidence of them be able to balance properly. Do I understand the covenant choice also locking power? Yeah, I kind of get where Blizzard are coming from. I look at what they're trying to do. They're trying to create true min-maxing, where you had to sacrifice a single target to gain amazing AoE and vice versa. So literally where the term glass cannon comes from. You had no health, but you did insane damage. True min-maxing from old school days of yore. In principle, I like that. But Blizzard have laid no foundation for this design philosophy. Class balance isn't designed around this. You know, with the idea of you can excel in AoE on one class, or be amazing at single target on another, or be it spec, whatever it may be. Instead, we just have god tier meta builds that destroy regardless of whether it's AoE or single target. So to try all of a sudden out the blue to fudge this system in recklessly, it's poisoning the well against this ever working in the future and being a way they want to go. Worse, you are refusing to talk about this directly with the community. So open the beta. Let us all play, let us experience this for ourselves. And in the background, Blizz, you balance the classes, you tune your numbers, you roll out whatever new systems, whatever new features you want to do, and then, a month before pre-patch, let's sit down, all of us, and have an honest talk based on the feedback that's been received, based on the numbers and everything else. And if it's not there yet, if we as a community still have these major concerns and worries, and you as a developer cannot answer these questions and alleviate our concerns, then pump the brakes. Move the launch date to next year. We don't need another Warcraft 3 or another, you have phones, don't you? Look at Cyberpunk as a prime example. CD Projekt Red have delayed Cyberpunk twice now, with no hate from the community, because we know it is for the good of the game. But this is a long way down the road. I hope we can work together with Blizzard. They can understand our fears going into some of these new systems, that we can understand what it is they're actually looking to create, and from there we can go into a great pre-patch, and I hope an all-time great expansion. The first steps to that start this week. Good luck, everyone. I hope you get your beta key. I hope to see you in the Shadowlands real soon. But that is me done. Have an amazing day. Stay safe, and I'll catch you all tomorrow. Have a good one, everybody.